Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is a tasty time here at our community today here. We want you to meet some special people, taste some special food today as we meet our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County, powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's very hungry OC Talk Radio, streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center. With our host, John, you're just making my mouth water here today. This food smells so good today here.
Teresa brought some delicious empanadas. Oh, wow. Let me welcome everybody, of course, to our community podcast show, where our community is your community, powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, John Gutierrez, Senior Vice President here at the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today, we have a special guest, Teresa Razo, owner and CEO of Villa Roma and Cambalache restaurants, grill restaurants. She's a Latina entrepreneur, an author and speaker, Entrepreneur Woman of the Year, wife and mother of two amazing boys, and as we all know, has an amazing husband, Mr. Chef Leo Razo. Teresa, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you very much, Johnny. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here, and I'm just so grateful to be here, and thank you for doing this. This is great, where everybody gets to know our community.
Yes, and we're going to get into all of that fun community stuff that we always do. Thank you so much for bringing these delicious empanadas. Tell everybody briefly what we see here in front of us.
And hold them up, because on the camera they're cut off. Yeah, so just pick them up there.
Right there.
You can see them
There
right there.
you
Well,
go.
we had some beef empanadas here. They're traditional Argentine empanadas. And like Johnny said, it was full, but now it's halfway full.
We're going to taste some today here. I don't know. John didn't want to do this. We're going to taste some and try some. Can I tell you my quick story? I don't usually talk on the show, but I got to tell you the story I told.
Sure.
I live over near Ladera, and I never tried an empanada. My neighbor comes over to me. He's Russian, and he comes over and he says, "Oh my God, I discovered this place. They have this most incredible thing called empanadas. They're like this folded over pocket of beef and stuff and everything. Oh, look at that." And I said, "I've never heard of it." He took me over there. Oh my God, we both went crazy for this thing here. Why is this not America's next big hot food here? Empanadas. This is so from Argentina, I guess, right?
Yes, from Argentina. And it has become a very popular, dish or just entree. Everybody just loves to have empanadas, and there's, been growing. Everybody's been growing, and, now we sell so many. We started with 100, a week, and now it's thousands, and people love them and enjoy it.
And what is it? Is it an Argentinian dish, or
Yes.
is it some? So
Yes,
explain
it's
it for those that can't taste it here today. What is it?
So we have several kinds, or the filling is different. These particular ones here are ground beef. So it's just basically cooked ground beef with spices and a little bit of bell peppers and.
But it's like a pocket. It's like a.
It's
I don't know how to describe it.
It's like
a
little
pastry,
hot pie.
Little hot pie. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's like a little hot pie, and they're artisan because every single one of them we make, produce, and close by hand. So there's a lot of work, a lot of love in each little.
And what else is in
empanada.
there? I taste some onions and some other things.
Yes,
some spices
onions.
and everything.
And we import some of the spices so that they are traditional from Argentina.
And I can attest that I've been to the restaurant many times, and I can actually see the lady as you walk by there, one by one, making these empanadas.
Yes.
How many empanadas would you say she makes? I don't know, weekly, monthly, your staff does?
On a monthly basis, I think we're producing over about 35,000 empanadas right now.
35,000 empanadas. Wow. Congratulations. That
Thank you.
That is
I
such
know.
a success story, because that goes to show the consistency, right?
Yes.
Of your product and the quality of it, right?
Yeah. And there's a little story about it also, because, we would sell empanadas, and maybe we'd sell 20 a day, 50, maybe 100 a week. And I came up with Empanada Tuesday.
Okay.
And I thought it was just a way of, first of all, give thanks to the people, to our community, saying, okay, here's an opportunity for you to take an empanada at half price.
Yes.
So if it's $3, it's $1.50 or something like that. And you can enjoy those empanadas and, share it with your friends, share it with your family. and people get to taste it, get to know it, but it's a good price, it's a special
Yes.
price.
Yes.
And thinking outside the Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
And we started with that, and
What
now
a great concept. So it just
it
grew
grew
from there.
It grew from there. So now not only on Tuesdays, but we also sell a lot during the rest of the days. But it's because people know it, and they're perfect for your Super Bowl, for your family gatherings, graduations, anything, name it.
And I will tell you, my kids love the day you also have the discount, and you have them all the time. But we love when you have the pizza.
Yes.
Right. Those are what
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. And let me tell you, the pizzas there are delicious. My boys love them. I love them. I could probably eat a whole pizza by myself. I mean, they're really good. I love that it's like that thin, kind of like
Thin crust.
soft. Oh,
And we
yeah.
have different pizzas than the out of the normal. We have the Argentine pizza, and then we also invented a chimi pizza, which is the skirt steak, traditional skirt steak with chimichurri pizza. So it's a white chimichurri pizza with steak.
Now, since we're talking about food, Teresa, I don't know if I should show everybody on the camera what you brought me, which is the special
Absolutely.
Leo sandwich.
I think you should.
Should I show everybody?
Yeah, and that was a sandwich.
Okay, let me grab it. Let me
Leo
grab
sandwich,
it.
Yes.
Let me get it.
And while you're
talk to
doing
them
that-
about it while you're.
Well, and while you're doing that, explain to me, this is the confusion I had when I went there. It's via Roma. This
Yes.
is an Italian restaurant. So when I go there, I'm not expecting Argentinian food in a place called Via Roma. Are there a lot of Italians in Argentina? Or how did you come to own Via Roma and add Argentinian elements to a classic Italian restaurant?
Well, it's definitely there are numerous. Back in the years, there's numerous immigration from Italy into Argentina. So pretty much all restaurants in Argentina are Italian Argentine. So we started with Villa Roma just as an Italian restaurant. That's why it has more of an Italian name, and then it grew. And in the process, it grew into an Argentine and Italian, and now we have both combination there, and it's.
And what is
got the
this?
sandwich.
Yeah, what is this sandwich?
This is a lomito sandwich, lomito especial, but Leo style, so Chef Leo style. So it has avocado and egg and everything.
We have such a hard job today to do.
Yes, I know.
Such a
Look,
hard
they
job.
ignore me, and now they're eating.
Just keep talking. We'll keep
Yeah.
going.
Just keep talking. We'll just keep going, right? Okay. All right, I'll put my headset back
So
on.
what is Argentinian food like? Explain to us because I'm totally unfamiliar with Argentinian cuisine.
Well, it's a lot of meat. There are
Wow.
probably one of the countries that is the best in its meats. They take pride in that and how to cook, not only on their meats, but how to cook their meats. It's just mesquite grill and just deliciously flavored with their sea salt, Argentine salt. And
Because
so they take pride.
I've read about, what are they, gauchos? Am I saying
Yep,
this correctly?
the gauchos. Uh-huh.
The cowboys, basically.
Yeah,
It's a whole
basically-
cowboy culture, and just like in the American West, where they drove cattle and
Correct.
ate beef, and that same on the big plains and whatever you call it, I don't know what they call the plains in Argentina, but the
Yep.
the
and
pampas or something.
the pampas. And,
Right.
they're excellent on their meats and empanadas and potatoes and salad. There's a lot of other things that they produce, but basically a lot of meat. And their cuts are very particular, and they just enjoy a nice asado. That's what they call it, a nice asado, an Argentine grill.
Well, I got to tell you, this sandwich is a sandwich that I know it's my go-to sandwich.
Yes.
If I'm bringing a client over to Villa Roma or Cambalache. But I got to also say, the raviolis are a quiet secret plate that people don't know about.
Yes.
And when I take family or friends, we get those as like an appetizer. And I know my wife loves the calamari. My wife
Yes.
loves the calamari.
Calamari.
But those raviolis and what we call the sopita sauce.
Uh-huh.
My boys love the bread with the sauce that comes in the
It's the
ravioli.
pink sauce.
Pink
Yeah.
sauce. And that's a combination, right, of two
Yeah.
sauces?
Yeah, marinara and Alfredo, basically.
That sauce, we could sell barrels of it, like to people. Once people try that bread with that sauce, and I'm sorry that everybody's probably at lunchtime, like getting really hungry. I can just hear my wife right now when I get home today. I was listening to the show,
And
and I was
want
thinking
sopita.
I'm thinking about that sandwich, the empanadas. I mean, that sauce is delicious.
Yes.
And a lot of people, the raviolis, I know you do a lot of catering, right?
Yes, we do a lot of catering, and a lot of people. We always tell them, you can choose the sauce and this, and it's probably the favorite.
Well, and we'll keep talking about all this, and we'll definitely want to plug in that this Sunday, right?
Yes.
You have Paella Fun Day. Tell everybody about that, please.
Paella Fun Day. It's really I call it Paella with the Purpose event. Leo has represented the U.S. In making paella in Spain in the competition.
Okay.
So he represented in Spain back in 2018, I believe. And then
Talk about that for a second. How, there's a paella competition in Spain.
Yes, there's a traditional paella competition in Spain.
And how did he get selected from Orange County here to represent the United States in this event here?
Well, he participated in several qualifications here. He had to do paella, and then he would have to win his place there. So after doing a couple competitions, he was selected to represent U.S. in Spain. And from there, he came back, and we've always done paella. But when we discovered that he could do a lot more with paella, and really do what we love, which is help the community, we started doing catering for paellas to help nonprofits or to just raise money, and we created Paella with a Purpose. So every paella that we make has a purpose. It's either, if you have a catering, we pay all the costs, and whatever's left, we put it in Paella with a Purpose. And it helps children with cancer. It helps anybody in need. We send food over to different shelters or families. And we also do, we call it despensas, which is groceries for elderly people back in Leo's hometown in Jalisco, Mexico.
I got to tell you, Teresa, what you guys do in the community is just fabulous. I wish, for those of you that haven't been to Villa Roma or Cambalache, of course, Villa Roma is in Laguna Hills.
Yes.
Right off of La Paz there. Many of you may already know about it, but I think what's beautiful to share is, I know I was there myself a few years back before the pandemic when you all went to feed, what was it, 180, 200?
280.
280 homeless families, right?
In Anaheim.
In Anaheim. It was indoor at this place, and I remember being there. And how many paellas did you make that day?
I think we made about 4.
They're huge,
4 or
though.
5 paellas.
Huge
I
paellas.
can't remember. Yeah.
And I remember they kept coming back for more.
Yes.
For more. And just, I couldn't stop smiling. My face hurt from smiling. Your heart just brought you so much joy. And there was children there. Children, families.
Elderly.
And for them to just enjoy what in essence we're enjoying right now.
And we had paella with shrimp and everything. I mean, it was just like what we would sell at the restaurant. So, a lot of people, it's like, wow, it has the meat. Wow, it has this. And also very important to know is that, people always, maybe a lot of people just stereotype. They say homeless are, people in drugs or alcohol. Yeah. And that's not always the case.
Exactly.
And actually, especially in these times, a lot of people just really suffered a lot through COVID and lost a lot of things. And, it was really hard. I mean, if you have a family and you lose the dad, which is the main supporter financially, then, what do you do? And there's a lot of people there that had to lose everything because they went through an illness or just because something didn't go right.
Yes.
And there is a lot of people there, or they're elderly, and there's no way to live if you don't have family that supports you as an elderly person.
And you make such a great point. I know through ROC Hospice, you had always helped us in many forms and ways, charity-wise, supporting some of the families that I know there's seniors who can't get out. They can't get food. And you guys were bringing food to them.
Yes.
That is just beautiful.
Yeah, especially during the pandemic, because first of all, they can't get out as it is.
And they were scared to get out,
and
right?
They were scared, and they were compromised.
Yes.
So we also created, I was part of a amazing group that was created, Delivering with Dignity. And then we also had food boxes, or whoever reached out to us, we were able to get volunteers on the side and help out, or we communicated a lot with school districts, because they're the ones that have a better understanding and know which family is needed. And it was really hard times, and the only thing I could think of is how can we help. And Paella with the Purpose helped us do a lot more things. because it started with a sack of rice, and we turned it into a big thing. And Paella with the Purpose now has been able to, between nonprofits and what we raised and everything, probably raised over $300,000 to help.
Wow, 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
Man, congratulations, seriously. And I got to say that food is a common denominator. Wouldn't you say? Like, it brings people together.
Brings people together. And we have restaurants, and it's, great. We have a market and deli, we have restaurants. But for me, the restaurants have been really a vehicle to really do my passion, which is go out there and do in the community what I love to do, and just help and support and inspire and, truly help, who's in need. And, we always say that it's something that we have in stone there at both restaurants is, we prepare food, and you can get food anywhere.
Exactly.
Every block, or,
Exactly.
Anywhere you want. But our food just doesn't satisfy, just your palate, or doesn't satisfy just because you're hungry.
Yes.
We want it to satisfy the soul.
Yes.
And that's a big thing for us. And Leo always says, he prepares food and
Yes.
With love.
Yes.
And we always garnish it with gratitude, because every plate, is full of gratitude.
Tell us a little bit about where that love came from. I mean, where did that come from? I know one day we'll have Leo here on the show, but tell us about you. Where did that come from, your upbringing?
Well, God, it was really interesting how I got into it. It's all Leo's fault.
Leo's fault.
It's Leo's fault.
Es tu culpa, Leo.
Sí. Well, my parents are from Jalisco, Mexico.
Okay.
And, our culture, especially
Great food there, right?
Great food, but
Yes.
always there's a saying in our culture is like, there's one more person, or ponle más agua a los frijoles.
All right.
Put more water to the beans.
Yes.
Because that same pot of beans that was going to feed 4 now is going to feed 6. And
Yes.
it's very common for us to share. Or if you're eating something, even somebody walks by, it's like, you want some? It's to share.
Yes.
So food is part of the culture of, and food brings people together.
Yes.
And
That's something that was instilled in you at a young age.
at a young age, and always as a culture, because I was born here, but every summer my dad would drive. We would drive from here to all the way to Ocotlan, Jalisco.
Really?
Yes.
That's a drive.
Yeah, well, and we made it even longer because he would stop in,
Different spots or something.
Mexicali, because he
Yes.
had a family.
So that's kind of nice. You got
Yeah.
to see different areas
Yeah.
as a child growing up,
Yeah.
right?
And I don't know, maybe I went 8, 9 times like that. And we would go there, and then, we enjoyed all of a summer, maybe a whole month. We
Yes.
stayed there and interacted with family, the culture, the whole thing. And then we came back, and then it was for me time to go to school. So every summer I would go.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that stopped when I was 10 because my dad passed away.
So sorry to hear that.
But
That's great that your dad, by taking you and traveling, you got to learn the culture, the
Yes.
food, maybe the art, the
yes,
music,
everything.
and that stayed in your heart. Even though you were born here and in reality you were raised here
Yeah.
in the U.S., the fact that he did that played a huge role in your life because
did.
it affected now your career.
And not only that, but we would go through the whole year. We would go to garage sales on Saturdays.
Okay.
And I was the one on I don't know if anybody remembers the penny saver. it
was this
back-
little catalog,
Yeah,
right? In
yeah.
case people don't know out
Paper.
there, all the young people, what is a penny saver?
Yeah.
Like the yellow pages. What
she
is
call
that?
it? Yeah. So it's something like that, like
Yes.
the yellow pages.
So you
but
would go through the penny saver.
Baby saver, find
Ah.
out the garage sales, and my
Wow.
dad would buy sometimes used or sometimes new clothes, because sometimes you would find good stuff there.
Yes.
And he would pile it up, and every time we would drive to Ocotlan, Jalisco, he would have boxes and suitcases full of it, and we would take it to and donate it to this part of Ocotlan, to the
Yes.
family. We would
Giving
give
back.
it to and
So
give
he
it
was
back
giving
to
you an example of
yes.
what to do, how
Without
to give
me
back.
knowing, I was raised like that.
That's
And
beautiful.
until later years, I realized that was instilled in me, and that's why giving is just so normal,
Yes.
and it's part of me, and it's part of the culture.
Yes.
And then I found Leo, and Leo's the same or better,
yes.
So it was like, okay.
Yes.
And it's part of what you have in the heart. So
Yeah.
it's not about giving and thinking of what you're going to get or anything. It's just giving, you know.
But I got to say, everyone listening, Teresa Razo here that's joining us today from Villa Roma and Cambalache restaurant. And of course, many of you know her husband, Chef Leo, also. You guys provide an environment that when you come to the restaurant, it's this family atmosphere, you know?
Yes.
It's not just the food.
Mhm.
It's also this environment that we all love. Share with us a little bit about, you guys do pairings, right? Tastings, because I know my wife and I love those.
Yes.
And those also sometimes benefit different fundraisers.
Yes.
Share with us a little bit about that, because I love those. We love those, and I think people need to know about it.
Yeah, well, we try to do it every month. Sometimes we can't, just depending on the month and the situation. But we pair a winery
Mm-hmm.
with maybe 3 to 5 courses that
Mhm.
Leo prepares.
Yes.
And then we have somebody there explaining the wine or talking to you about, you know, where the wine came from, or, you know, have special prices. Sometimes we've had, like, I think last time, a couple weeks ago, we had the winemaker directly from Argentina,
Oh, wow.
just there at Villa Roma and having the wine tasting. He even played some songs and
Enanito Verdes guy? Is that who you're
no,
talking about?
he's the winemaker for Felipe Staiti wines.
Yes.
Yeah, but he has his own wines.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
So we do all that, and just, you know, I think everything helps us. Even if you come for a lunch, even if you come for an empanada,
yes.
we're always looking at who to help.
Yes.
You know, we do particular events like this, you know, to fundraise or to help. Last Friday we did a great, fabulous, beautiful event to raise funds for the Rotary Club in Orange
Yes.
County
Yeah.
at the Ocean Institute in Dana Point.
Nice.
And
I saw that.
yeah, we were there making paella for 200, and you know, we do all that. But every single thing that counts, every time you come to Villa Roma or Cambalache, rest assured that you are coming and you're just not enjoying the food, but you're helping us help others.
You're
or
helping
making them-
bless others, right?
Yes.
I got to tell you, I got to bring this up. The ceviche that he made on one of these tasting nights that you did, the pairings. Oh,
Yes.
my wife and I know others love that
And we still
ceviche.
owe you a ceviche.
You do? Where's that
Yeah,
ceviche?
well,
Is
not
in
here.
it's in
not
the
here.
bag?
Well, I don't know. Talk to Leo.
But
Doctor.
I think it's important, people, and I know we only have a few minutes left. It's important people understand, because we've had so much fun. It's gone by so fast, and we'll bring Leo also back, or both of you
Mhm.
back. But it's also for people to know that, yes, they're Italian, yes, they're Argentinian, but when you do these pairings, I look at it as like, me and my wife can't wait to see what he's gonna make.
Yeah.
It's like opening a present. What is he gonna? The dessert, the
It is.
the
And it's
entree.
international cuisine, because sometimes you have to pair it with whatever wines you have.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's just the way he pairs the wines with the food is just how we pair our life with our community.
It's art.
It's just part of it. And I'm just grateful to be in the business. And like I said, I started with him and started helping him, you know, put maybe this color over there, this wall, this decoration. And a couple of years I ended up running the place, and I love it.
Well, I know we don't have a lot of time, but I also want to make sure everybody knows you guys are also one of our Stray Awards winners a few years back.
Yes.
And thank you for everything you do for us at the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. A lot of supporting our events. And also, of course, you guys are parents to 2 great young men, right?
Yes.
And so shout out to them if they're listening, right? Or if they see
Yes.
this later.
They'll probably see it later, but
Yes.
yes, that's I'm very honored, grateful, and blessed to have him as I'm just honored. It's an honor to be their mom. And
Mhm.
Luis is 15. He's my wrestler, and he's just an amazing young boy.
Awesome.
And becoming
Shout out to Luis.
Yeah, shout out
Yes.
to Luis. And Emiliano, he's my little
Business guy.
business
I think
guy,
he's gonna
attorney.
run. He's gonna run the
My
business one day, or be the attorney for the business, right?
Yeah, if you want to argue, come to him.
He's a debater.
Yeah, if you want to practice your debating
I
skills.
wonder where he got that from.
I don't know where he got
I know.
that.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Mom is really calm.
Mom is
doesn't-
really shy.
Yeah, really
Yes.
shy, and Dad is the same. And
No, our children obviously play a huge role in our lives, and I see how you and Leo,
yes,
you're so supportive not only with your children but the schools and the community. I love that about what you guys do,
Yeah.
constantly giving back.
it's really important to be part of it, because I feel that if wherever you are, whoever you are, if you concentrate in your little community around there, if we would do that, it would be just a different place, you know. And with my kids, I make sure that they know where I'm at right now and who I'm at with, and they know what we're doing and what's the impact. And then every night we reflect, what did I do? How did it impact? Or I even share text of people that send it to me, because I want them to know that if the time that mom's not there, what she's doing. And I feel that kids learn better by seeing than by hearing. Sometimes they don't hear everything, or they hear it their way, you know. And by this way, they get to know. They know that dad went to do a delivery right now. He's coming back from Riverside for feeding a shelter.
Wow.
So
thank you, Leo. Shout out to Leo and all the staff. I know you have a lot of
amazing staff,
the hardworking staff, and I know you're constantly thanking them and appreciating them, and we want to thank you for being here. I know it's gone by so fast. The empanadas, amazing, guys.
I know you ate half of the time.
The sandwich, no. I'm gonna eat all this. It's just, you know.
Can I just do a shout out, because I'm not familiar with the restaurant, and other than the empanadas there, which I go in and buy. That sandwich was amazing.
Thank you. I told you.
It's like what? It's like a fried egg or something.
Hey, you gotta come. They gotta come
the steak
try it out.
Was moist. Usually, when you get real thin steak like that, it gets tough or whatever. It was very moist and tasty.
Just make sure they ask for Leo's special.
The
sandwich.
Leo's special sandwich.
Wow.
And you know, you can get it with avocado. You can get it with egg. But it's just a delicious sandwich. And this is an Argentinian sandwich, like we talked about. Many people make quote unquote kind of compare it to like a Mexican torta, but it's very different.
Yes.
Very different, and it's become one of my
favorites.
favorite.
And what's the event again this week?
Yes.
Let's tag it one more time.
Yes, the Paella Fun Day, which is Sunday, this Sunday coming up June 26th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's going to be wine, sangria, takeout, of course. If you want to just come by and take some to go, you can dine in. It's paella with a purpose. Also, I think supporting, right?
It's paella with the purpose.
And paella is what? It's a Spanish rice. It seems to me like you throw everything but the kitchen sink in there.
It's so delicious. Very moist, very delicious rice, right, Teresa?
It's definitely the most traditional, dish in Spain. And yes, it's a process, and the best thing is that people can see how the process goes, because first you kind of fry, you cook everything, then they put the water, it looks like a soup, and then later it turns into just rice with the
just
protein.
Watching it be made. It's a cool process.
It's a journey. Yes,
I do a lot of videos. It's really fun. So definitely come out, folks, and support the event. Call the telephone number I'm about to give you, 949-454-8800. 880 is the last four numbers, and again, that's Villa Roma in Laguna Hills. Teresa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you, folks. Don't forget to visit us at ochcc.com, our chamber website, and our Instagram at ochcc on Instagram, and on Facebook, Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We do have our golf tournament coming up August 30th. I know Teresa and Leo are usually there, and we do a paella, and it's a lot of fun. So you also can get to meet them there. Thank you so much for everything you do, Teresa. Say hello to Leo for us.
I will.
And hopefully we'll have him soon on the show.
Yeah, and maybe he can bring paella.
Ooh, he's got to come now.
Would you be okay with that, Paul?
Yeah, this was incredible. Please bring more food like this. Oh, my goodness. Feed the producer.
I want to appreciate everything, and thank you, Johnny, and thank Paul, and thank the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and everybody out there. You know, we're here for you. Let us know if we can do anything. We're all about community more than a restaurant, but of course, come in and enjoy our food, and get a little taste of
the
gratitude.
raviolis, folks. The raviolis. Go try the raviolis, and the calamari is really good.
Yeah.
Folks, we got to run. I'm so sorry. Yes. It went by so fast. Thank you, Teresa. They also have delicious desserts that we have here in the front. My mom, by the way, loves these desserts that they have there. And so, folks, thank you for tuning in. Where our community is your community. We'll see you next Wednesday. Paul, take it away.
Well, as he holds up some of the food here again, hold up some of the desserts there. We'll just thank you again for joining us at this feast. What a feast for the eyes. What a feast for the stomach. What a feast for the staff here today. Oh, my goodness. Thanks for joining us here in our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County. Powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's only community radio station. Well fed today. OC Talk Radio, streaming live from the University of California, Irvine's via Applied Innovation Center.
Put your